Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing practical tips and personal stories about keeping your home tidy, organized, and enjoyable. If clutter has ever overwhelmed you, this video offers insights to restore calm, order, and happiness in your space. For years, I decluttered repeatedly, yet my drawers and countertops always seemed crowded again. It was frustrating and exhausting, making daily life feel heavier. I realized the problem wasn't just lack of organization, it was my approach to belongings and the habits I developed over time. In this video, I'll share the mindset shifts and simple yet effective decluttering principles that transformed my home. By applying these strategies, I've created a living space that feels open, calm, and supportive, saving time and making everyday life easier. My home is now peaceful, organized, and welcoming, and I feel lighter mentally too. Stay with me until the end, and don't forget to subscribe for more decluttering tips, organizing hacks, and mindful habits to make your home a true sanctuary. Now we are starting the section Overcoming Home Decluttering Struggles to explore why tidying up often feels endless and frustrating. Looking back at the first few years in our home, I can't help but smile and cringe at the chaos that surrounded me. Despite decluttering repeatedly, drawers filled up again, cabinets became jumbled, and countertops gathered stray objects overnight. No matter how hard I tried to stay organized, I felt trapped in a cycle of endless tidying without real progress. I realized part of the problem was my approach. I focused on surface-level fixes, moving piles, or stacking boxes without questioning whether I truly needed the items. Our home had become a storage space for things that didn't add value, extra. Kitchen gadgets, duplicate decorations, clothes I hadn't worn in years. Individually harmless together, they created constant visual clutter and made daily life feel heavier. Another challenge was habit. I loved rearranging, so I convinced myself moving things was decluttering. But every few months, drawers and cabinets overflowed again. Clever organizers couldn't replace a mindset that held on to unnecessary items. What changed everything was seeing decluttering as a mindset shift. I began asking if each item had a real place in my life, brought joy, or was truly needed. This intentional approach let me clear space thoughtfully, combining daily organizational habits with mindful evaluation. It's a process requiring patience, but the calm and freedom it brings are worth it. And if you've ever wondered which items almost everyone eventually decides to let go of, you won't want to miss my next video tomorrow. I'll share the common things we all tend to declutter over time with practical tips that are truly helpful. It's full of insights you'll definitely need. After reflecting on the challenges I faced, I realized that the key to lasting order wasn't just tidying up. It was a change in mindset. Let me share the moment when everything began to shift. Next, let's move on to the turning point in home organization and see what mindset shift truly changed decluttering. There was a turning point when I realized decluttering isn't just about throwing things away, it's about being intentional. For years, I kept items just in case or for sentimental reasons until I noticed how quietly they crowded my home and cluttered my mind. I decided to pause and ask, does this item truly serve a purpose, or is it only taking up space? This simple mindset shift transformed decluttering from a chore into a thoughtful practice. Considering whether each item was essential or valuable made me feel lighter. Drawers stopped overflowing, countertops cleared, and rooms felt open and calm. A small habit of pausing before keeping anything rippled throughout my home, turning chaotic spaces into welcoming ones. Over time, I realized intentional decluttering improved my daily life. Cooking, cleaning, and relaxing became easier because everything had a place and purpose. I no longer wasted time hunting for items or tripping over clutter. By keeping what matters and releasing the rest, our surroundings support us rather than weigh us down. Conscious choices about belongings transform an overwhelming home into one of clarity, ease and serenity, and this habit naturally spreads, making every day feel more spacious and peaceful. Once I understood the importance of intentional decluttering, I noticed something else keeping my home organized also required being thoughtful about what I brought in. Here's how I transformed my shopping habits. Now we'll discuss mindful buying after decluttering to understand how conscious purchases help maintain order at home. After each decluttering session, I often found myself staring at my freshly cleared shelves and drawers, feeling proud and light. But as the initial joy settled, a nagging thought crept in: if I don't change my shopping habits, all this hard work could be undone in just a few weeks. That's when I realized that decluttering isn't just about removing what you no longer need, it's also about reshaping how you bring new things into your home. I began to pay close attention to my purchasing decisions. Before buying anything new, I started asking myself a few simple but powerful questions. Do I truly need this item? Does it fit with my current lifestyle? Or am I simply giving in to the fleeting thrill of, I like it, so I'll buy it? It wasn't easy at first. Shopping had long been a comfort, a small reward after a busy day or a tiring week. But gradually, by pausing and reflecting before each purchase, I noticed a shift, not only in my spending, but in my mindset. This new approach made a profound difference in maintaining the order I had worked so hard to achieve. Instead of surfaces quickly filling up with impulse buys, my home remained calm, open, and inviting. Items that I brought in were deliberate, chosen with intention, and truly useful. I found that this mindfulness extended beyond my home. It reduced unnecessary stress, helped me feel more in control, and even saved money. Suddenly, shopping wasn't a mindless habit. It became a conscious decision aligned with the life I wanted to live. The benefits of adjusting my shopping habits after decluttering go far beyond tidiness. I began to experience a deeper sense of satisfaction with my possessions. Every item had a purpose, a place, and a story that made sense in my daily routine. The mental clutter that comes from too much stuff started to disappear, replaced by clarity and calm. I also noticed that I no longer felt the pressure to constantly seek novelty or fill empty spaces. Instead, I could focus on enjoying what I already had, appreciating the simplicity and order I had created. In the end, decluttering became a two-step process. First, letting go of what no longer served me, and second, cultivating mindful habits to prevent unnecessary items from creeping back in. It's a practice that blends physical and mental wellness, teaching patience, self-awareness, and respect for your living space. By improving my shopping habits, I wasn't just keeping my home organized, I was fostering a lifestyle of intentionality and calm, a home where every item has meaning and every day feels a little lighter. With a clearer mindset and mindful purchasing, I was ready to tackle decluttering in a structured way. Let me walk you through the process I follow to create lasting order. Let's begin detailed decluttering process and walk step by step through a method to create lasting home organization. I remember one weekend when I decided to tackle my home with a serious decluttering session. I set aside about 4 to 5 hours, long enough to go through every drawer, cupboard, and storage box without rushing. It felt a little daunting at first, but I reminded myself that this wasn't just tidying. It was about reclaiming my space and creating a home that truly works for me. As I opened each drawer or cupboard, I asked myself 3 essential questions for every item. Why am I keeping this? Does it add value to my daily life? Would I miss it if it were gone? These questions became a compass, helping me differentiate between things I genuinely needed and those that had been hanging around only out of habit, nostalgia, or guilt. The answers were sometimes surprising and occasionally a bit emotional. I realized how many items I had kept simply because I might need them someday. But letting go of the unnecessary felt liberating. In the kitchen, I discovered over 30 items that no longer served me. Duplicate utensils, old containers, and spices that had expired had silently crowded my countertops and drawers. In the bathroom, I found about 40 items, hair tools I rarely used, expired cosmetics, and worn-out towels that had been tucked away, forgotten. I felt lighter just seeing the empty spaces where these things had been. The bedroom revealed another 30 to 40 items, clothes that no longer fit or matched my style, scattered accessories, and random items I had saved for no particular reason. It was eye-opening to see how much clothing we accumulate over time and how rarely we actually wear most of it. The living room and storage areas held about 25 items from seldom-used decor to old books and unnecessary backup supplies. Each area cleared made the entire home feel calmer, more spacious, and easier to navigate. Going through this process in a structured, methodical way made all the difference. By dedicating focused time and honestly evaluating each item, I not only cleared my physical space, but also lightened the mental clutter that comes with it. The home I walked through afterward felt airy, functional, and welcoming, a stark contrast to the cramped, chaotic feeling I had grown used to. Decluttering isn't just about removing things, it's about understanding why we keep them and how they fit into our daily lives. Taking the time to carefully assess each area of your home item by item allows you to create a space that genuinely supports your lifestyle, reduces stress, and restores a sense of control and calm. It's a ritual, a pause to reflect on what truly matters, and the reward is immediate, a home that finally breathes. Going through every drawer and cupboard taught me more than just organization. It taught me the power of awareness. Here's how combining decluttering with mindfulness changed everything. Next, we'll explore mindfulness transforms decluttering and learn how awareness makes decluttering a peaceful practice. I used to think decluttering was purely a physical task, something you did with boxes, bags, and a lot of elbow grease. But over time, I discovered that the real magic happens when you combine decluttering with mindfulness. It's not just about clearing surfaces or organizing drawers. It's about tuning in to your own feelings and being fully present in the process. Each item in my home tells a story, and taking the time to reflect on it transforms decluttering from a chore into a gentle meditation. When I started this practice, I would pick up each item and pause, asking myself quietly, does this truly bring me joy, or am I holding on to it because of old memories, social expectations, or a sense of obligation? That old sweater, I never wore that kitchen gadget I thought I might need someday, or even a decorative piece that looked lovely in someone else's home. It all came under a gentle but honest examination. Some objects sparked happiness instantly, while others left me feeling neutral or even burdened. With each conscious decision to let go, I noticed something remarkable. A sense of lightness and calm began to settle over my home. My hands were moving, but my mind was also clearing. It was as though the clutter in my environment mirrored the mental clutter I carried. By releasing items mindfully, I wasn't just creating space for new things, I was creating space for peace, clarity, and intentional living. Every object I kept after this reflection felt truly meaningful, something I could appreciate in my daily life, rather than just something I happened to own. Over weeks and months, this combination of decluttering and mindfulness started to shape how I approached my entire home. Even small tasks, like tidying the kitchen counter or sorting through my wardrobe, became opportunities to slow down. Notice my surroundings and appreciate the value of what remained. I became more aware of the objects that served me versus those that were simply taking up room both physically and mentally. The act of letting go became almost therapeutic. Each donation, recycling effort, or discarded item felt like a gentle reset for my mind. Now, decluttering is not a stressful or hurried activity. It is a mindful practice, a way to reconnect with what truly matters. I've learned that our homes are not just spaces to store things, they are reflections of our inner world. By pairing organization with reflection, I can enjoy a home that is lighter, more serene, and aligned with my values. Each time I release what no longer serves me, I gain clarity, calm, and a deeper appreciation for the life I'm living right now. As I embraced mindful decluttering, I began to notice the emotional impact of releasing items. Let me share how letting go physically and mentally transformed my home and my mood. Now it's time for the emotional power of decluttering to see how releasing items impacts both your home and mood. After spending hours going through each drawer, closet, and storage box, I was amazed at how many items had quietly taken up space in my home items I didn't truly need or even use anymore. By the end of my decluttering session, I had removed over 100 things ranging from old kitchen gadgets and expired toiletries to clothes I hadn't worn in years. The transformation was immediate. Spaces that had felt cramped, cluttered, and chaotic suddenly felt open-airy and inviting. Walking into my home afterward, I felt a sense of lightness I hadn't realized I'd been missing. This declutter wasn't just about tossing things away. It was intentional. Each decision to keep, donate, or recycle was made with mindfulness and purpose. I asked myself whether each object truly added value to my daily life or if it was simply occupying space. That practice of reflection turned the act of decluttering into something more than organization. It became a form of self-care. Every item I let go of felt like releasing a small weight I hadn't known I was carrying both physically and mentally. One of the most surprising results of this process was how it changed my emotional landscape. There's something deeply freeing about walking through a home where every object has a place and serves a purpose. I felt calmer, more focused, and strangely empowered. The fewer items I had, the fewer distractions and cravings I experienced. It was as if clearing my home cleared my mind, allowing me to focus on the things that truly mattered: time with loved ones, creative projects, and personal growth. Through this experience, I also realized that minimalism isn't a one-time goal, it's an ongoing cycle. It's a practice of continuous reflection, evaluation, and letting go. Each time I declutter, I learn more about my habits, my attachments, and my priorities. It's not about perfection or having a sterile showroom-like home. It's about creating a living space that supports the life I want to lead. Less clutter means less mental noise, less stress, and more clarity to enjoy the present moment. Ultimately, this process reminded me that simplicity in our homes translates to simplicity in our lives. A clear space encourages mindful living, thoughtful decisions, and focus on what truly matters. By embracing intentional decluttering, I've not only created a more organized home, but also cultivated a lifestyle where freedom, peace, and purpose take center stage. The emotional payoff is just as important as the physical transformation. Living with fewer items has allowed me to breathe more deeply, think more clearly, and cherish the life I'm building each day. I realized that decluttering doesn't have to be a solo effort. Inviting my family into the process created a whole new level of harmony and shared responsibility. Here's how it worked for us. Finally, we will cover family participation creates harmony and learn how involving everyone brings lasting order and peace. I used to think that decluttering was a task I had to do alone, quietly moving through my home, while the rest of my family carried on with their routines. But over time, I realized something important. Decluttering is far more effective and far more joyful when the whole family gets involved. When everyone understands the purpose behind each item and knows exactly where it belongs, maintaining order becomes a shared responsibility rather than a constant struggle. I started by explaining to my family why we needed to declutter and how each object in the home could serve a real purpose or simply be taking up space unnecessarily. We made a small game out of it. Each person had a chance to decide what to keep, donate, or recycle in their own space. It was fascinating to see how children and adults alike began to recognize the value of what they owned and why some things no longer belonged in our home. The process became a lesson in mindfulness and responsibility, teaching everyone to pause before adding something new and to cherish what truly mattered. Once everyone knew where items should be stored, a noticeable change happened. Toys stopped appearing in the middle of the living room, books returned to shelves instead of piling on the kitchen table, and miscellaneous items that had no home suddenly found their proper place. The house felt calmer almost immediately, and I noticed a shift in family dynamics as well. There were fewer disagreements about misplaced objects, fewer reminders from me to pick up after yourself, and more opportunities for collaboration. It was as if decluttering together had built a sense of shared ownership and mutual respect within our home. The emotional benefits of this approach were just as significant as the physical ones. When the entire family participates, decluttering becomes a form of connection rather than a chore. We started appreciating each other's habits, understanding the reasons behind someone else's attachment to certain items, and even learning to compromise on what should stay or go. By working together, we created a living space that felt open, organized, and supportive of everyone's daily routines. Decluttering with family taught me a vital lesson. A home is not just about neat shelves and empty floors. It's about shared values, communication, and empathy. When each person contributes, the process is lighter, more engaging, and more sustainable. Our home became more than just a tidy space. It became a reflection of cooperation and care, a place where every member feels responsible for maintaining peace and order. Ultimately, sharing decluttering with my family didn't just change the house. It transformed the way we interact, making our everyday life calmer, happier, and more harmonious. So those are the insights I wanted to share with you about keeping your home organized, light, stress-free, and mindful, saving time, money, and energy. I truly believe that embracing these habits can completely transform your life, turning a cluttered, chaotic house into a neat, functional space where every item has a purpose and nothing is wasted. If you've ever dreamed of living in a home that feels calm, open, and inspiring, where your mind isn't constantly distracted by mess, it's time to rethink your habits and put into practice the lessons I've shared. Decluttering intentionally isn't just tidying up. It's creating a lifestyle that supports clarity, focus, and peace of mind. And to help you even further, I have another video about the items everyone tends to declutter, common things we all eventually let go of. You don't want to miss it, as it's packed with practical tips that can make a huge difference in your daily life. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe, because you deserve a home that feels breathable, comfortable, and uplifting every single day. Share these tips with your friends and family too. Everyone deserves to know the secrets to an organized, peaceful living space.